What's up? It's Noria. Today is Wednesday, June 30th, and I thought it was about time that I give a proper introduction of myself on this channel, but I wanted to do it in an interesting way. We all know the typical questions we ask and answer when we meet someone new, so I wanted to put a twist on some of those questions so that you learn about me indirectly, but kind of directly. It'll make more sense once you start hearing the questions. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel to see more videos from me around my adulting journey, more vlogs, and just, experimenting and having fun. So let's get into it. First question, what are your big three? So I am a Capricorn Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. From what I've read in the past, all those descriptions are pretty spot on, so do what you will with that information. What is your birth rank? I am the second born. I'm also the middle child and the oldest daughter, and if you have immigrant parents and you know about oldest daughters, then you probably know my pain. What color are most of your shirts? This might sound interesting, but a lot of my shirts are white, sprinkled with some navy and dark green / olive. I have other colors obviously, but I don't wear those as often. How often do you listen to music? This may come as a surprise, but ever since the pandemic started, I actually haven't been listening to music all that much. You know when Spotify does that year-end summary of like how much you listen to music, who you listen to, how much time. Mine was actually like very, very little compared to the year prior. I don't remember the numbers, but I barely listen to music, and it's because I get really distracted when I listen to music. Like it just makes me want to dance. So when I'm working or even when I'm driving, I need to focus, so I don't really listen to anything. I just listen to nothing. I'm actually very comfortable with silence, so I don't mind it at all. That probably makes me sound like a psychopath, but yeah, that's just how I operate. Also, I'm like the type of person to listen to music on repeat until I get tired of them, so I get tired of songs very quickly. What genre of books do you like to read? I like to read fiction, specifically romance. What time do you naturally wake up? I would say around 7 and then again around 9 if I'm sleeping in, which I usually do. Do you make your bed in the morning? Yes, I have to, or else my room just feels too messy and cluttered, and I also like putting stuff on my bed throughout the day, so I like it to have it clean so I have a lot of space. What quote or lesson do you actively live by? For me, it's karma. What goes around comes around. The energy you put out is what you'll receive. It helps me to not take things for granted and to not wish bad on anybody or do bad in general. I actively believe in it too because I've seen good things happen to people and something bad happen right after, or vice versa. How many friend groups do you have? At the moment, I have 2 solid friend groups. Both of them are trios, including myself, and then I have a few friends that I keep up with individually. How long is your social battery? So after the pandemic, I think my social battery is capped at like 2 to 3 hours. Do you have a valid passport? I do not. And the last time that I even used my passport to go out of the country, I was like 6 or 7. I haven't had a valid passport for almost like 2 decades. And I've been meaning to get it done just so I can have another form of ID, because being someone who was originally not living in California, I kind of struggled with identification when I went through college. When I started working, I wanted to get my passport done, but then right as I was about to get it done, the pandemic happened. So, are you an impulsive shopper? I used to be really impulsive when I was in college because I didn't have a lot of warm weather summer clothes. So I bought a lot at Forever 21 because it was right next to my apartment. But now I'm not really. I'm reaching the point of being happy with what I have and not minding, wearing the same clothes all the time. It takes me a long time to even purchase anything, so recently I bought a pair of Hoka One Ones, and they were really expensive, but I needed new walking shoes because my feet hurt all the time when I walk because I have low arches, and it took me like 2 or 3 months just to even buy them. Like I always had them in the back of my mind, but then I would forget about it, and then I just get to the point where we're like, okay, you just need to buy it and get it over with. So that's how I usually shop for things now. What is a character trait you're working on? I didn't realize until I came up with this question, but growing up with immigrant parents, love was always conditional. So you had to be doing extremely well to receive support. And I didn't realize how this kind of infiltrated my life. It really came up in college when I started dancing and people would hype each other up and show support. And I just couldn't bring myself to do it, especially if I didn't think someone was that great. And I know like that's really bad because you should always show support to, help people's confidence and whatnot. But for me, it was always such a struggle. It was very rare for me to say something good about someone unless I really, really meant it. And then I started, my bullet journal account on Instagram a year ago, and I've been trying to unlearn that mindset because it's just a negative mindset to have. And, people deserve support because we're all kind of traumatized. So that is all for today. I had a lot of fun coming up with these questions because I was trying to think of interesting ways to morph really basic questions like how old are you, what are your favorite colors, and so on. So yeah, I had a really good time. And if you want to do your own variation of these questions in your own videos or whatever, make sure to tag me so that I can see it, or send it to me so I can see it. I'm really interested to see what other people might come up with, because you can do this with any question to get to know someone on like a deeper level. But yeah, I'll probably do more of these in the future if I don't have any video ideas, because honestly I did this video because I didn't have footage to throw together into a vlog. That's it for today. See y'all in the next video. We all know the typical questions we ask and answer when we meet someone new.